It is recording. Okay. Hi everybody, Daniel here. I wasn't planning to make a video, but Magenta Pixie, she encouraged me to come in our little spare room here, which look, Magenta Pixie's made some further adornments and flourishes, setting up a little studio here. I wasn't going to make a video, but we were having lunch and we were having a chat, and Magenta Pixie said, "You should make a video." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't feel inclined. I don't feel strong enough." And she was like, "Just go and do it." You know, procrastinating, waiting for the perfect day, the perfect feeling, the perfect energy, waiting for the time when I feel my hair looks the best. So I'm here in our little makeshift studio, work in progress. Scampy doggy next to me. Hey, buddy. I don't want to move the camera though, but yeah, he's here with me. He's giving me some moral support because Magenta said, just go and make a video, and if it's no good, doesn't matter. Just make a video for yourself. If other people enjoy it, good. If not, then that's fine too. So here I am. So I encourage you all as well, if you've got some thoughts and feelings and ideas, just make a video. What does it matter? It could be the end of time. When are you going to get another chance? Just throw it out there. Plus, if you go on camera and you're a goofball, or you're shy, or you look back and think, "Oh, I just embarrassed myself," so what? It encourages other people to take a chance and do the same. I mean, we're human beings. We're magnificent, and we're fallible as well. So just connect. If all we can do at the moment is connect with these little devices, then yeah, so I'll just talk like I'm having a chat down the local pub with my buddies, or bar, as you say in America. You don't say pub in America, do you? Everything's a bar. Okay. So anyway, so we were just having a chat generally over our veggie burgers. One was pea protein. It's a bit strange, but I had to say that I was enjoying it because Magenta prepared it for me. So just kind of a rule of thumb, if a woman makes you food, just say that you enjoy it. Because you should be grateful that anybody offers you food, especially your wife. But yeah, pea protein, a little bit strange. Some of these veggie alternatives to meat, they kind of gone a bit peculiar. But if you enjoy polystyrene, then by all means look into the wide range of meat alternatives that are on the market. But yeah, she made it pretty good. I'm just joking. It was quite good, and it filled a hole in my stomach. So we were just chatting about. There seems to be so much emphasis and anxiety and backlash and rage at the moment regarding, and I was saying I completely understand this, the emphasis on dates of things happening, or things happening at all, certain events, certain key figures in certain authorities moving here, there, and everywhere, and all this strategy that's supposedly happening either in plain sight or most of the time supposedly behind the scenes. And I've got absolute, I fully believe, and just know, of course stuff is happening everywhere, all of the time in our back garden right now. There's stuff happening underground with all the little worms and all the little insects and all the little beasties and all the vegetation and movements, oftentimes slow movements. I'm trying to be wise, making a metaphor with nature. I for example, I planted some tulip and daffodil bulbs in the ground about a week ago, and I thought, surely I can't do that in January, in winter. will they just go rotten in the cold and the wet? But no, I was assured you just plant them and just let nature work its magic. And come the spring, I presume, sorry, my stomach, it's that pea protein veggie burger. Let me just get a sip of water to wash that delicious stuff down. I apologize if I burp. It's sparkling water. That combined with the pea protein, who knows? So yes, the bulbs I've planted, I'll just wait to see what happens. There's stuff happening behind the scenes, underground, all of the time. And I think, you know, I don't profess to be a history scholar, but hasn't it always been that way? There's a million things happening everywhere with different people and different conversations and deals and developments, and oftentimes unforeseen developments, and things go right, things go wrong, somewhere in the middle, situation evolves. But obviously, this past year or so, when we've all had extra time to think and ruminate and become anxious about supposed things that are happening in the world and what's the truth and what's falsehood, I think a lot of people have been attracted to this movement. I don't even know what to call this movement. I've never really resonated with the term New Age spiritual movement. There's along with that has come this almost, I think certain people in the arena have almost felt that they have to release certain dates or certain intel about stuff which may or may not happen. And along with the whole American competition thing, I was talking about this months ago on a conversation with Magenta and Nina Starson about this sine wave thing, about how our hope can go up and down, and whether that's being manufactured or whether it just is. It's like when you're at the peak of the sine wave, everything's getting better, but then it will drop. Oh my God, and back in despair and hope and desperation. Then it comes back up. Optimism, oh, we're almost out of it. Everything's going our way, and then it will drop again. And then it will throw you because it won't even be, you can't even anticipate it because it'll be up, 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 and then it will dip so low, it's off the charts. But then you can rightly or wrongly think, oh, it's going to come up again, maybe higher than usual. But I think maybe we're in a time now where the sine waves literally it's completely jagged. And this hasn't really been an optimistic thing or a pessimistic thing with me. I've always kind of vibed that anything or nothing can happen at all times. And the emphasis should be if working on yourself so you can navigate it, whatever happens. Because I think a lot of people are drawn to this movement without being horrible for selfish means. It's so they can feel better, so they can manifest, so they can have a fantastic love life. They can find their twin flame, they can manifest abundance, which always means money, and health. And it's often about them or their immediate loved ones. And of course, there's a human drive to protect yourself, take care of yourself and the people who are most important to you. But I think if that's where you stay, if you can be drawn to these movements, but if that's where you stay and it's about you and it's not about the bigger questions or ultimately empowering other people, then to me it's whatever tradition or particular format or style of spirituality you follow, it's redundant if you just want to camp there and think it's about self-empowerment, self. When you look at that term self-help, self. And yes, I think we need to be less selfish. Self-help, it's almost a loaded phrase which can maybe almost pre-program people into what they're receiving from what would otherwise be a sound and good teaching. And some weird things are happening right now. And like I say, this isn't meant to this isn't meant to criticize or warn against any practitioner, because I can't think of anybody who hasn't got something good to contribute. But there's almost this thing with certain practitioners, like they can have 85% of something which does seem divinely inspired in conjunction with their own fantastic research and intelligence and intel and things they've been seeing going on in the world. But then I think sometimes they fill it in, unfortunately. And like I say, it's not a criticism, because we all do it as human beings. We're storytellers. We love to tell people stories. We like to get that interface, that interaction, the reaction and exchange with people. We love it when we see all the thumbs up on a video more than the thumbs down, because it gives us that endorphin boost, and we feel I'm connected to other people. I've helped. I've got a friendship with these people I've never met online, but they like me. They like me. It's the whole celebrity culture, and obviously these days with it's so easy to make a video and share it all around the world in minutes. You can have that immediate celebrity, but is it sustainable if you're not actually speaking authentically and genuinely and actually presenting a part of you that's real and not just what you think people want to hear? So back to what I was saying about the emphasis on dates and things happening, or certain health products or machines or technology becoming available and localizing on dates. I think it's a recipe for absolute disaster, because people are some people, I don't want to say a lot of people, are so desperate for this world to be free, what have you, for for politicians to be noble, for the baddies to be exposed and dealt with, and usher in this new age. And that's fantastic. Like I said, I'm not saying that in a sarcastic way. Of course it's the aim. It's been the dream of human beings since the dawn of time, this functioning society where we can all flourish and the bad elements are dealt with, and hopefully they are not punished, but they are what's the word I'm looking for? They're rehabilitated, maybe, and we can recognize from our mistakes, and we can ultimately move on and perfect ourselves as a species. Perfect. I don't necessarily want to use that word perfect, but refine ourselves. That's it. Refine. Don't want to modify the human beings. That's not good. Refine ourselves so we can be all that we can be, and ultimately encourage other people to do the same, regardless of their starting point or their circumstances. So I think it's the people who are talking about dates, and like I say, no, I'm not going to keep apologizing, it's fine. The people who keep localizing on dates or certain things becoming available, or certain goodies who are in control and baddies who have been dealt with behind the scenes, it's driving people crazy now. It's driving people crazy. Now me, I can kind of brush it off. It may be true, it may not be. If it all turns out to be true, then fantastic. Wow, they were onto something. They did have some insight or some genuine intel. But me, this is for years. This isn't just the last year since everything blew up. I'm kind of just like wanting to work on the here and now with me, because this whole world, this whole place, it could just be a waiting room for the next great thing. And that's not to say this doesn't matter. Let's try and have some fun whilst we're still here. Maybe waiting room is the wrong metaphor, obviously. Oh, metaphors. Don't want to blitz you with metaphors. Let me just get a sip of water here. Oh, man. Trying to be wise and trying to make myself personable at the same time. If you've got any tips for me to improve my style, let me know. But I'm just trying to have some fun. I'm just having a conversation with myself. So I'm just picturing a group of people, just some buddies there. You wanna. This is another thing. After a while, when you've been talking, you almost feel this inclination loading up in your head to, right, I've got to circle back now and say something really profound, and then let the audience just take that in and go, wow. But I don't want to do that. I just want to be your buddy, man. I just want to be people's chum. There you go. Another thing I've been seeing lately, all these videos exposing certain people in the movement. So and so exposed, this guy exposed, as if it's like some really detailed, comprehensive discourse on, ooh, look what they said back in 2012. Look at the copy of this email. Look what she says here. And you look at these videos, and they're nothing more than a person saying, oh, I think they're really creepy. I don't like them. They're weird. They're like in touch with Nephilim, or they're in touch with jinn. I saw one today about some people I know and who I respect, and it's so-and-so exposed. But it doesn't, because this person just, I was thinking, well, where's the real meat of this conversation? I wanted to consider the evidence, the supporting evidence, and then there was nothing. It was basically like, oh, I don't like them. They're weird. Look at their face. Look at what they say. Look at this bizarre statement they made back in 2009. I was like, oh, okay, well, how's that helpful? Of course, there's some crackpots, some weirdos out there. I'm one of them, but I still got something. I hope I've still got something good to contribute. I don't want to. Say I've got a problem with being criticised, but in a respectful way. And that's what we're taught at school. Yeah, if you don't like a particular, a piece of work, if you don't like a poem, if you don't like a piece of prose or a scientific theory, you're supposed to constructively criticize it. Break it down, say what you think works, what's a bit weird, what's a bit way out there, what doesn't really have any substance, what can't be cross-referenced. You don't just say, I mean, I wouldn't have submitted a report to my teacher in my English class at school and go, oh, I just don't like it. It just sucks. Yeah, don't like Aldous Huxley. Rubbish. Don't like his style. Just rubbish, just creepy. Don't bother looking at it, even though he's written these celebrated texts that have been enjoyed and inspired thousands, millions of people. I don't like it. It's rubbish. So yeah, well, that's my report. That's my book report. There you go. Take it or leave it. So yes, this is just the two things I wanted to talk about. Number one, don't get caught up on dates and events. And practitioners, I feel bad for them, because it's almost like they set themselves up for a fall now. There's people are still doing it, saying this healing technology is going to come up by this date, and it might do, and then I will be eating my hat. There's no hat in here. If I had a hat, I'd have it ready to chomp on, because these things might come out and it'd be amazing. I love it, but I'm not waiting on it. I'm not waiting on it, but I'm not waiting on it either. The middle way, man. Middle, right in the middle. The middle. There's a metaphor, the middle. So I'm going to enjoy myself in the meantime. Plus, this is from Joyce Meyer. Joyce Meyer, wonderful, wonderful Christian teacher. She said it's okay to have a good time, to have some fun whilst you're going through a bad time. You don't have to be sullen, down in the dumps, waiting on the latest update or report from whatever the mainstream or the alternative media be saying, because you just spend your whole day, ooh, there's a new hour-and-a-half video from this guy. There's a new round table from this dude who's flavor of the month. And like I say, I love them all. They're all good. They're all children of God. But I don't need to be seeing what you're saying every single day, because it can just cook your brain, and not in a good way, like in a microwave fashion. And maybe be discerning about the sources, the people you tune into, because if it's coming from everywhere, I mean, like, I'm getting a bit bored, to be honest. I turn on YouTube every day. There's a new round table, 4 people split screen, 4 people, and they're all thrown in there 2 penneth worth. And it's all an echo chamber. I can't say this because I've been in a couple of group videos, but I don't know. Maybe it's just like we're all desperate to get out into the real world now. There's only so many times I can watch a little grid of people talking, trying to outsmart each other and who's the most wise or who's got the greatest amount of hope on this new situation. So like I say, I'm not just being a what the hell hippie guy, although that's good too. I just want to spread some love, man. And one of the best things you can do if you're getting too crazy, just turn it off, turn me off. If I'm bugging you, if I'm meandering, if I'm not really inspiring or making you feel good, turn me off, man. Please, just turn me off. God, I wish I could turn myself off sometimes. All the thoughts. Yeah. So right, a really intelligent way to wrap up this talk. Okay, because that's important, isn't it? Because they often say, any final words? Any final words? And then they say, oh yes, the energy is coming in from Arcturus and the Pleiades. I gotta play this back to Magenta in a minute and decide. She's gonna decide if this is good enough to upload. So I'm just gonna end this by saying that I just draw you a picture. Look, it's this one of those pillows. It's got like sequins, and you can you know you can you push it one way, so you get gold or silver, gold or black. So I'm just going to end this by drawing you something which I believe has been of the most help to me for years, not just this past year. This past year, it's just all come together in my mind. And, you know, I believe this stuff. I truly believe this stuff. So I'm not telling you what to do, but all you can do is tell people what you've experienced and how you've benefited. So this is my final message to you all. This is the thing which has helped me the most and will continue to help me. So I just perfecting it, making it real nice. So this is my final message to you all before I sign off. Though I hope you had a good time. I had an okay time. I wasn't even going to make a video, but this is quite fun. So this is my final message. So let me just line this up here. Magenta told me how to stop this. So this is my final message. Thank you all. God bless you. Here's my message. So we click there. See ya.